it working? I hope it's... Okay! Yay! I think I got it working. Oh, and did it already pin my shirt? New shirt. Oops. Yeah, I am wearing the shirt. So I released my song. I totally forgot to, like, post it on my stories, Instagram and Facebook stories. I just posted it then. I didn't even put it on my, you know, like, artist page on Facebook. I just did it on my personal. Anyway, that's okay. It's a Saturday night here in Australia, so the people most likely to watch this are probably busy. There was going to be a train strike, but that's been called off. Anyway, so yeah, I released my song Fade today, and I've got the shirt, and I have posted a bunch of other shirts, and yeah. Listening part, okay, and so the reason I feel like I've already talked about all this, but the reason I released Fade today is because it's the anniversary of Hope passing away. And yeah, as soon as I put it up on 1:30, I posted the song at 1:30 because that's about when, you know, he passed on. So I've had all his memorabilia here as well. This is, I mean, it's a poor little paw print. They did that, you know, after he passed away. Got a candle, which I'm not gonna light until, like, after Triton's gone to bed, because I don't need... Hello! Yay, now I know it's working. That's really good. Yeah, I was just explaining I released the song today because it's when Hope passed away. This is the last living photo I ever took of him. Yeah, that's, like, in the little bed, in Marley's old bed, which is how, you know, I set things up for that last. And we got little fur clippings. So I've had all that next to my desk just to, you know, instead of a memorial thing at the same time as celebrating the release. Yeah, the shirts are comfy. I also have some new merch that I'll show you a bit later. But yeah, so that's why I released it today. And of course, Triton, his breeder name is Oracle, Hope for Atlantis, and he was going to be Oracle Atlantis, but they put Hope in there for me. Yay, thank you. Yeah, it's fun. It's, you know, I did some different things with it, because I think with all my current songs, like with my solo project, I haven't really used that high vocal, the high clean vocal. I think maybe in The Psychologist is the most that I did, but I don't think I got as high, and yeah, there's no growls, so it was really fun to have the contrast between that kind of singing and then the, like, full-on growls. You know, I've done the growls and cleans before, but usually I've done, oi, oi, oi! And when it comes up here again, oi, oi, oi! Oh, again? and then, because I know I'm going too fast for this thing. I'm sure I put it on, like, oi! Oi! Are you gonna get it right? Oi, oi, oi! Yay! Not bad for a North Korean. Yeah, so that was distracting. I'm glad the distraction was able to make the stream. So I have a feeling this is mostly going to be, you know, introverts and overseas randoms. Yeah, no. So the song, yeah, no, I just, is that a North Korean flag? Looks like it. Yeah, no, I picked Hope's anniversary as the date to put this song out because, you know, I really wanted to actually work on some stuff, but it was a bit late, and so the past 2 to 3 weeks have all been about, oh my god, the thing doesn't have the flag. Oh well. Did I finish my tea? I did, okay. Yeah. So the song, I'm a little bit out of my mind because I've been working on it for like the past 2 or 3 weeks, and that's just been my life. And you know, promoting a song and like getting everything ready, and I tried to, hey, an Aussie one. No, that's a New Zealand one. Yeah, there's so much stuff that I just keep remembering things that I'm supposed to do. Choice. What? What are we talking about choices? We're already off to an unhinged start. That's amazing. Yeah, no, the trouble is, like, I needed the deadline to make me do the thing. But, then when I do, I'm bad at half-assing things. I wanted to do choices, New Zealand slang. Oh, okay. I'm not hip with that. And you know, I'm so not hip with it that you could just say that and I wouldn't know if you were lying. But yeah, no, I suck at doing things half-assed. So even though I tried to make this a really chill release, I've still gone over the top. And if you're following me across social media, you've probably seen that. I posted a public Patreon post. I posted a blog on my website, and I posted on my newsletter, which only has like 4 people signed up, and I think 2 of them are just random spam. Huh? CHN. I'm gonna give you a moment and then decide whether you are spam or troll. I have a feeling troll. CHN, that sounds familiar. That might be someone I've had to block before. We'll give that a moment. Yeah, anyway, let me just check and make sure everything is all good. I know. See, if you said it, I'd be a lot less suspicious, but CHN sounds familiar. Yeah, okay. I think that is a troll, so bye-bye. There we go. I just don't have time for that garbage. Yeah, anyway. So, the song, I mean, I think you guys already know what the song's about. It's just like, depression, basically, and there's also parts where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna push through and blah blah, but then it's like, oh, right now I just need to chill and not try so hard and just survive whatever the thing is until I'm ready to be all rah-rah again. And I think, like, I am doing better with my mental health lately, and so it's the right time to post it, because I think when I was feeling really depressed and not wanting to be here, it's kind of the wrong time to post it, because I didn't really feel the rah-rah parts of the song. So yeah, that's that's why I post it now. But like, yeah, I've just been thinking about music through the year. You know, I started to do more art, but then my hands hurting, and of course, you know, dealing with the little one who's hiding in the bathroom. But yeah, getting back into art, and then starting to feel like I could do music again, and you know, especially watching, there's been a few releases lately, like earlier, maybe it was last year, I can't even remember how long ago, but there was the Cyrus release, and I was like, oh, and that got me writing a new song, which I haven't finished yet. And then there was the Noctica release, and that also had some, like, relatable mental health stuff, and I think that sort of got me more into the music state of mind. And then realizing that Hope's anniversary was coming up, I'm just like, oh shit, I need to do something for his anniversary, and I want to do the music. I might as well put them together, especially because it's a depression song, and like, after he passed away, I was not doing well. I tried really hard and tried to get into all the makeup stuff and get out there and do all the, you know, Black Friday shopping and whatever else I was doing at the time, but it wasn't enough. And, you know, I think by January I was not doing well, and then yeah, I didn't really start to recover until we decided to get Triton. Didn't even know it was him at the time. But yeah, that helped. And then since then, you know, I've slowly gotten back on my feet. It was a bit hard in the beginning though, because he's so out there and it was a lot to look after him. So I still had some really bad moments earlier in the year, but now he's settled down, and Yeah, I've started to do better. I still haven't talked about the EMDR thing, but I will get there. Yeah, so hope, blah blah blah. It was I need to write notes. I was also like, let's do a live stream listening party, but with no actual plan. And like, how long should I wait before we actually listen to this stuff? And okay, here's a question for the viewer. When we listen to this stuff, do you want me to just play the audio and not do any commentary, not doing, like, I won't pause it or anything, we'll just listen to it? And then, I mean, maybe I can go in the chat and type stuff. And then we can play this, like, you know, chat about it, and then we can play the second one, which is the demo, the original demo version, and then we can chat about that, and then maybe we can go back and pause things if you want to know about different parts, or we can just get completely distracted. That's fine too. I also have the backing track, and so I can try to do a live performance thingy. It's just, I tried it with headphones, but on this computer, I haven't worked out with the OBS, I haven't worked out how to stop the delay between just everything. So I have to send it through my speakers. It's probably going to sound crazy. I did try and test it, and maybe I'll post the test videos to Patreon later. But yeah, so that's some questions for everyone. I'll give you a moment to think about it. While I think about, was there something else to do with hope? Oh, the other thing to do with hope. So while I'm talking about Triton, there's some weird coincidences, and I was gonna make like a video about the coincidences, but I think I've forgotten most of them. But like, one of the big ones is, you know, we said goodbye to hope, and I didn't know this at the time, but the day after is when Triton's litter folder was created, by the breeder, and I've worked out from his birthday and working backwards, like, when he was probably conceived, and it's just kind of freaky. I don't believe in reincarnation, but if I did, that would be, like, one hell of a coincidence. And, yeah, but, you know, he's a completely different dog. And, you know, different intentionally, because I didn't want to, like, there's so much I learned about dogs from Hope, and then, yeah, was trying to, I guess, fix my mistakes, or, you know, so much of the way I look after Triton is compensating for, you know, I guess the guilt and the ongoing grief. But yeah, anyway, so I have set up, like, I hope this works. Oh no, where is it? Hey! There it is. Oh, there's all this stuff in front of it. That's, I think the only way I can get rid of that, though, is if I, like, hide that, which, we want the chat on screen, don't we? Anyway. So, yeah, oh, and the other thing is, I should turn off my microphone while we listen, and then hopefully the microphone will come back on okay, I hope. Yeah. But so I've also, like, you know, while we're here with the Bandcamp page, I will just hide this for a moment. Where is it? I think that. So we can see all this stuff. So you can see, like, I've written a whole bunch of stuff there. It was a little bit too much for Bandcamp, but hey, you don't have to read it if you don't want to. But, you know, it goes over, like, it's a song of survival, released today, the first anniversary of my soul dog Hope's passing, and some morbid stuff. And then a bit about the history behind the song, which you can read there, and then about it being about chronic depression and pushing through the mental health aspect. But, you know, I think one of the dudes from the band that I originally wrote it with, might have been him, mentioned that it had to do with overcoming addiction. I'm not sure to what, but yeah, so it's kind of like one of those songs that you can interpret however you want or need to. I mean, the lyrics are here, you can do the drop down. It's just like, you know, overcoming some kind of a struggle. So I've said here, you know, you can hear whatever you want to hear in it. And it's the same thing with, like, with the Ace album, or EP. I wrote it in a way that you can interpret it however you want. Like, if you've been through society's bullshit, that'll still apply. The only time asexuality is actually mentioned is in the title of the EP. And then the rest of the time... Well, so the other thing is, like, with asexuality, if you try and talk about it, you end up talking about the exact opposite of what it is, because it's... That, you know, that's kind of the thing. It's like, you know, when you talk about atheism, you end up talking about God an awful lot. Yeah. Anyway, so you can interpret it how you want. And then I've got my thank yous here. Oh, those are the credits. And in memory of Hope. And yeah, the credits, you know, the guy I wrote it with originally, and then everyone in here, and my cult members got on there. Cool. So no one has an opinion, that's fine. I guess we'll just listen to it and then see how we go. Let me put this back up and I will mute my microphone and hopefully it'll play alright. I have got the volume a little bit low just so it doesn't, I don't know, the live stream it might be a little bit low, you might have to turn it up compared to if you just go to the website. But let's do it. As the fire begins to I mean, yay! Oh, I really hope that I'm getting the microphone thing right. Yeah, so that was Fade. Well, my version of Fade. You know, the official version. I hope, I just realized that you still can't see all the lyrics maybe as I was trying to, yay! Yay! Yeah, no, lots of fun, and, you know, there's different sections, and it's kind of fun that... Oh no, am I doing that TikTok thing? Have you seen that TikTok thing where, like, they can pay money to send sticker things, and then the people are, like, NPCs, and depending on what sticker things they get, they do different actions? Yeah, apparently YouTube is bringing in something similar as well, which is just, I don't know if you haven't seen these things. I think August the Duck is where I found out about them, and it's just like, oh my god. Anyway, yeah, no, fun song, and it's like, it really only has two repeating very similar sections, which is the verses, because the choruses, yeah, there's the same basic thing, but one is sung and one is screamed, and it's kind of like, this is probably the most crazy kind of song that I've written in terms of structure like that, and then trying to write things underneath the vocals, because like the way this came about is we did the original version with Henry DeCryer, and you know, it was like black metal, which I'll play in a moment, and you know, black metal has a particular vibe, but trying to make it into my own vibe was tricky, and like trying to take the vocals and then write music under them, it's quite difficult. And I think I've mentioned in, I think, my Patreon, like as a free public post, and also in my blog on my website, which is just the same thing copied over pretty much, which I should do more often. I keep forgetting about my website. God, Anyway, it doesn't matter because I'm trying to be casual. Because that's all I can manage with my life. Blah, 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 blah. But yeah, so after that band didn't go ahead, I did give it to two different collaborators at different times and being like, hey, here's this song that I really like, but, you know, we have to make it our own style. We can't just use the original black metal because that's not what this current project is. And, you know, it's also his copyright. Like, to post his version, I did get his permission, and he was super excited, which was really nice, because I think he doesn't do music anymore and hasn't released anything in ages. So yeah, it's really cool that he was happy with me posting it. And it's basically his instrumental. I just chucked on my vocals with some effects, same effects as is your diary on your website? What, my psychology diary? No. If that's what you're looking for. Otherwise, YouTube is basically my diary, or if you get into my, like, Facebook friends circle, but actually, no, Facebook is mostly just dog photos at the moment. Apart from, like, the public stuff, which is usually stuff like this. Yeah, anyway, what? I can't remember what I was rambling about. Henry DeCryer, his version, yeah, I don't know. I gave it to two other musicians trying to make it into a metal thing, or, you know, industrial metal or something like that. And they just didn't get the vibe. And I think one of them made the song longer, so I had to write extra sections that just didn't, like, it's too repetitive. I like that this is what we call through composed-ish in the structure, because, like, it changes so much. It has, like, verse. What is the structure? If I look at the lyrics, hang on. I'm sorry, that thing is going to be in the way. So it's like verse, and then there's section B, section C, section D, chorus, bridge, then verse and chorus. Like, it's a bit of a unusual song structure, especially for me. I'm used to, like, pop song structures, because that's it. A 90s pop is what I grew up on, and the Wiggles. Anyway, so it's a bit unusual for me to write stuff like that. Like, I think for the Psychologist, in the Asexuality one, I think I, like, didn't have an end chorus. It just sort of did the sections, and then there's like this instrumental outro with synths and so on. But yeah, often I do that verse chorus, or verse pre-chorus chorus, verse pre-chorus chorus, bridge, chorus chorus kind of structure. So I like that, you know, did some fun stuff with that. But that structure actually comes from Henry, because he wrote the song like that, and I did consider mixing it up, but I actually really liked the structure because I wrote the vocals for that structure, so it didn't make sense to change them. I just needed to put it into my industrial style, and I think I changed some of the chords, so it does give a different vibe to his original version, which is interesting. I really love that he let me put his version as well, so you'll be able to hear two different takes on it. What else is there to say? Yeah, just I had fun with the synths, and if you listen to the bass line and they're doing fun things, and especially when it gets to that screaming bit at the end, you can hear more of what the synths are doing. And there's so many fun things that I did, like to get different effects that probably you won't notice just from a quick listen, but if you went through and analyzed it, you would find all these bits and pieces. And also with the mixing, it's been so long since I mixed a song. The last one that I did would have been The Truth, which was like, oh, I clicked the wrong one. The Truth, two years ago. Yeah, and so trying to remember how to mix again, and then trying to figure out how to make the ending big. Like, before I did certain tricks on it, it was fine. It just didn't sound as big as it does now, where you have like the clean singing bit and then the slight pause and then bang. Like, now it is bang. Before it was like, and then rah, rah. Now it's bang. And I think that's because I did a bunch of extra stuff with, what do you call it? Parallel compression? Which, I don't know how many of you are musicians watching. Yeah, parallel compression's fun. And just the way that I did things in that to make it bigger versus the rest of the song. So, like, there are dynamics in the rest of the song, but I saved the biggest thing for last. And so, there is a bit of, like, you know, loudness war-ish in certain points, but there's a whole lot more dynamics. So it goes quiet and then loud, instead of just loud, 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 loud. And I saved the loudest bit for the end. And I'm kind of, like, stoked with how that came out. Anyway, so with the Henry DeCryer version, you know, I didn't have access to his original tracks, and he has lost access to them as well. I actually had to send him all his band's old stuff that they'd sent me because he didn't have them anymore. But yeah, so I just took his original instrumental, chucked vocals with the same effects that I used for my version, which is really just, you know, a bit of EQ and reverb. I didn't do very much. Yeah, and then I essentially tried to master his version and, you know, give the bass a bit more oomph and bring up some of the cymbals because it was a bit wonky in that kind of a spectrum. And yeah, it came up like as good as I could get it, not having access to the original files. Yeah, and with the vocals, I actually used the same vocals from that original demo. So what you hear with the demo is basically what I sent the band, just with a little bit of polish on it. But then for my own version, I was going to re-record the vocals, but with my mental health being shit, it just never happened. And I realized at some point I just had to go with the demo vocals, which were fine, because I did I suck at half-assing things. I couldn't just, I mean, with my new band, some of the demos we did like on the fly, and so I haven't had a chance to go back and polish them up. But these ones, I actually like them, and there are certain things where I was like, if I re-record it, I'm not sure I can get that same emotional tone. So I thought I'd keep it, and then, you know, it stops me being a perfectionist. So there's no layering with the growls. That's just like a single take, and the only time there's layering is when the harmonies come in the bridge section, and then everything else is just, you know, a single vocal. And I think there might be only one part where I did an edit, otherwise it's a single take. I can't remember which part where the edit comes in. Yeah, so like it's very raw, and I did that in part because of, you know, some of the history. I mean, Patreon knows a bit about the history of the song, and also with the band and how things didn't work out. It had a bit to do with Hope and his earlier health crisis. This is actually hope. This is what's left of him. This and in there, and the fur. Is that morbid? It is morbid. I'm sad. I cried at least twice today and a little bit yesterday, and yeah, I'm gonna try not to cry on this. Anyway, enough of me rambling. Let's get onto the demo version, unless anyone has any like questions for like now. Just making sure that, yeah, I think all the streaming things right. Yeah, I've just got to remember to mute myself, and then I'll play the black metal version, and you can hear the difference. I mean, I'm sure you've had a chance already, but let's have a look at that. And also, I think I did do a preview screening for a friend, and you know, it's funny getting people's reaction hearing my version and then hearing the original, and it making sense, like where I scream and why I scream that way makes a lot more sense when you hear the original black metal version. Whereas if you only hear my version, it just sounds like I'm being artsy, which like I kind of am, but that's not how it started. Okay, let's get onto that version. I will mute myself and hopefully things work.
Time down.
Waste paper vampire! What is that face? Purple smiling fangs. What stream elements picks up. Yeah, so that was the little ones. No, don't go under the computer. He did that once and the whole computer turned off because he sat on the plug. Don't go under there. Trenton, come here. Come here. Yeah. Lie down. Thank you, good boy. I don't know why he's woken up. Yay! Yeah, so you can hear, like, the mood of the black metal one is quite different. Like, it's still the same song and the same emotions, but presented in a different way. And, yeah, I'm really happy that I was able to put both versions into the release and have that as bonus, because, you know, then you get more of a full picture and the full story and the full journey of the song as well. Yeah, fun. And it's a shame that that band didn't go ahead, but, you know, things were not in my control, and I also didn't want to be that dickhead vocalist and be like, no, you have to do things my way. So yeah, I left before it became much of a thing, and then it collapsed shortly after. There is a pattern of me leaving bands and them collapsing, and this wasn't even a band where I had much input, but whatever. I don't know. I feel like the old vocalist did a lot of work, though, and maybe wasn't quite appreciated for all that work. Anyway, never mind. People's drama. Hello, you need to just relax, sweetie. I know. Shh. The part where I was doing the, like, head, I shouldn't have done that, because my brain, I feel like I just gave myself brain damage from it. It's been a long time since I've done any form of headbanging. So, yeah, I wasn't expecting to do that, but I have the speakers turned on kind of loud, like louder than I've been listening to it most of the time. So, yeah, I just got a bit carried away, didn't I? And now my head feels like, you know, it's been through a bit of a blender. And hopefully, I mean, I was just side to side, so hopefully I won't get the sore shoulders, like after you've been to a gig and been headbanging. So in the time that I was not on YouTube, like I was taking a break from YouTube and I was on medication and I was going to a lot of gigs, I did dance a lot. Selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors do funny things. Smart enough to leave before they collapse. Well, I think I kind of collapsed because I left. You know, like I did write down, because, you know, I studied music production, like composition and music production. So yes, I can write music, but I also have like the producer hat, like what is the best thing for this music? And so I did give them like tips and a roadmap. I'm like, hey, because, you know, the direction they were going, they didn't need me as a standalone vocalist. And so I was like, here's how you can do it. Like the direction you're going is not the direction that I want to go. And if I had been told this was the direction, I wouldn't have joined. But here's how you can do what you're trying to do and do it successfully. And I guess it just didn't work out for whatever reason. I do think, though, their old vocalist did a lot of work, and, you know, without that vocalist pushing them, I think they felt like they were being pushed too much, but without that push, didn't go anywhere. So yeah, I don't really know what happened after I left. I just know they didn't last very much longer. And I mean, you know, yeah, it's hard joining a band and telling people what to do, but on the other hand, anyway, never mind. The story is on Patreon for the Inner Circle if you're interested in that kind of stuff. But you know, Henry was a really nice guy, and you know, getting back in touch with him was fun, and just like one-man band, yes, I am, although maybe small boy band, a one small boy band might be more accurate. Let me just go back to the bigger, there we go, I'm big again, so then I don't feel so small. Anyway, no, but like I've also got my like a new metal band coming along, but you know, the songs have been written for maybe a year, maybe more than a year. I don't know if we had any more to clean up, but I don't remember at what point we finished writing it all, but yeah, we got more more musicians on, and mostly musicians that I've worked with before, one I haven't, but all very talented. It's just I'm not really sure. So with the new band, I'm trying not to repeat the mistakes of Rainbow Death Ray, which was my girl band, where I really burned myself out. Like, okay, I was on medication for most of it, and I felt like I could cope, but then I stupidly stopped taking my medication because it was ruining my appetite really badly. So, yeah, okay, I made the right decision to come off it health-wise, but in terms of mental health, I think I needed to be on the meds to have that energy. And like, I noticed when I changed medications, like, or when you go off them and then go back on, it sort of made me jittery, and weirdly energetic. Now, I have tried to go back on the same meds and I didn't have that effect, so maybe my brain has changed since then. So now I can't be on meds, but I was like, and thinking I could do everything. And yeah, with Rainbow Death Ray, I basically did everything except the instruments that I was playing, and then the girls did help promote, but I was still doing the main promotion and the graphic design and the audio engineering and the production, and getting everything sorted with the merch and getting our CDs printed and getting them professionally mastered, and going to the airport on the day of the release, and they had literally just come off the plane, the CDs, just in time for the launch that evening. And it's just like, and I was doing way too much, and I had at the time the closest I've ever come to a full-time job. It technically was a full-time job, but because I was fast at it, I didn't have to come in until like, I don't know, 10:30, because they didn't have enough work for me early on. So I'd just be sitting there waiting for them to finally send me something to do. Yeah, I was fast enough to get it all done before end of day. So yeah, I was just doing way too much at the time, and then went off my meds, and then my grandparents died, and I went through a whole existential, why am I working so hard kind of thing, fell on my face, and got into that really, 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 really bad depression, which brought me back to YouTube. I think YouTube is one of the ways that I cope with depression. And maybe that's why I haven't been YouTubing as much lately, although I've been busy doing this release. Yeah, anyway, I'm trying not to repeat those mistakes. Now, for one thing, oh, are we gonna get a notification thing? Come on, Stream Elements. Oh no, it's not working. So, Paper Vampire, Fade to White, the merch thing's not working. Maybe it's because it changed to the new system. I should have tested it. How do we... Stream Elements, why are you failing me? Thank you. Me shirts, buy me shirts. We don't have that bot telling everyone stuff, and that's good because I didn't actually update it now that I think about it. Chat commands, where is the thing that custom commands merch? Let me see if I can just quick edit it. New Fade merch is here. And then I will copy this, check it out. Da-na-na-na-na. Let me see if I can save that. And then if I do the merch things, yeah, I really should have tested that. Thank you so much. If I do that, will the bot, I don't even know, the bot didn't come and say hi, did it? That's weird. Why didn't the bot come and say hi? Oh no, I'll just like manually, okay, well here's the link manually. Speaking of merch, although I'm going to have to step over Puppy to get to the merch apart from this one, so at least he's sleeping, but I feel like maybe we'll just... Should I buy another shirt? I don't know why it's not working. Why isn't my bot working? Chatbot, where are you? You're turned on, aren't you? That's annoying. nothing has changed on my end, but what times? Oh, maybe this thing. If I enabled that, and then I've got to change this one as well. Maybe it's because that one was turned off. Did I turn it off because it got annoying at some point? Let me save it. But yeah, I don't think the chatbot even joined the stream. Oh no! Oh no! I'm beached is. That's the only New Zealand stuff that I know. Yeah, I don't know why chatbot's supposed to join automatically. Maybe it's something in my permissions. They've updated some stuff, which I didn't think was relevant to me, but let me just check that there's still permissions? Community? No, they're still plugged in. Oh well, dropping the 8 ball, you could say. Oh, that's a shame, and I gotta figure out how to get the animations back, because, yeah, it used to be, so the old merch that I made was with SE merch, so Stream Elements merch, and now it's Fourth Wall. Fourth Wall, that's kind of a bit of a weird thing to verbalize. Like, it makes sense in my brain, but my mouth is like, what is this fourth wall? Fourth wall. Getting myself distracted. Yeah, no, that's something I'm gonna have to test if we're gonna do more live streams. And we probably should do more live streams, right? That'll take pressure off me making proper videos. And then we can all get distracted. Yeah, anyway, so Fade, original versions, current band. Oh, yeah, that's the tangent I was on. With current band, yeah, I'm trying not to take over and be the band mum, basically, which is what I was doing before. And I mean, I'm not the one who started it. Like, you know, there's 2 of us who started it, but I'm not the one who started it. So that makes it easier for me to not be like the band leader and the band mum and stress myself out, and, you know, she gets it. The thing is, like, when I want something done, I can be very organized and, like, just put, like, even if the way that I did this release, like, oh, he's going. The way I just got to keep talking and, you know, wait for him to just settle, and then we can go and get the merch. I don't know if you saw the fluffy butt just walking off there. Anyway, yeah, no, like, with this release, like, I tried to make it casual, but I still went over the top. Like, we're doing a live stream launch thing. Like, that's over the top. Getting the shirts done on time this time is over the top. Like, with the truth, I did not have them on time, and we had to do a separate launch for that. But yeah, I'm posting on social media and posting, like, a week in advance. Well done me, posting a week in advance. And, you know, putting graphics together. And I think I mentioned last time, like, this is the official graphic, but I also made a separate one for Instagram, and I kind of like it better. And look, it's faded. Is that too obvious? I feel like I need to do the remix album, but, although this is, like, my style more than the other one. The other one is, like, my style polished in a way. Yeah, anyway. So, the artwork, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, no, just, I can't help but overdo things. And so, I'm actually glad that this is done and over, and I can get on with my life. And I think that's actually a good thing, because, okay, no, with the band stuff, like, because I'm not pushing things ahead, things aren't moving very quickly. It's been, like, the whole year, and I thought we would be gigging by now, but I think they're still learning the material, or they were rewriting the material, or I actually have no idea what's going on with the band, because I'm just, like, they go and do their own rehearsals or writing sessions together, I'm not sure, and I'm just, like, don't ask me to come in until you're ready for, like, a proper full band thing. I'm kind of being a bit of, like, the vocalist, but on the other hand, like, there's no point me being there if I'm just going to twiddle my thumbs waiting for everyone else to do their part. Because I have been in jam sessions, and I've also been in just, yeah, band members working out stuff, and as a vocalist just sort of sit around doing nothing, and I'm not an improviser really, especially if they keep chopping between different things. I need to know the song structure, especially for metal, because metal is so complex. It's hard to improvise over. You don't know what's coming next, especially rhythmically. Yeah, so I have no idea what's going on with that band. Anyway, I was talking about half-assing things, was I? What was I going to talk about before if I, like, rewind myself? Oh no. Do you remember what I was going to talk about before I went back to that band? I should have just, like, written a quick note, because, like, once my brain moves on, it's, like, hard to go back to what was I going to talk about. I'm not like a Jim Jeffries where you can just sort of pick up the train of thought. The fade art, talking about the artwork and the band. Oh, I remember. Yeah, so with the Rainbow Death Ray release, another thing that made things really hard is just, and thank you, by the way. Another thing that made the Rainbow Death Ray release and, like, me burning out, is that was, like, my first ever music release and an EP with my first, like, band going that far. Wintergaunt didn't really do as much. But yeah, with Rainbow Death Ray, and it sort of built up as this thing, and I was on antidepressants, so I was more capable of experiencing hope. Which means I was more capable of feeling like a disappointment or the anticlimax. So, like, the whole thing built up. I did so much work leading up to Rainbow Death Ray's EP coming out. And there was so much stress, especially at the end when it's like, the CDs aren't here yet, and having to pick them up at the airport because there wasn't enough time for them to ship them direct to me. And then we had the gig, and the gig was fine, like, you know, the adrenaline and all that. And then it's like, afterwards, now what? And I think that deflation really didn't help. And that was, like, after my grandma died, but before my grandpa died. It was in that in-between period. And I just, like, yeah, I really collapsed after that. And I think this time, because it's not like that, it feels more like, oh my god, I'm so tired. I need to just, chill, you know? Yeah, so this time I haven't built it up, and also I'm just waiting for it to be over, so I think I will cope better with this being over, because instead of it being like, now what, I'm like, oh, finally, I can chill out, I can go back to doing whatever the fuck I was doing before, although there are a couple of, like, art deadlines, although one, I've decided, like, one is about drawing pets in a Christmassy style, but then when I looked at the prize, there's only one thing that Triton would really get out of it if I won, and it's not really worth very much, so I'm like, I shouldn't put too much effort into it. I can still enter this competition, just like, you know, my brain is already thinking, how can I go over the top with this, because I can't help myself. It's really hard for me to just half-ass things and not put effort in. I have that perfectionism issue, but then after that, I think my local gallery is going to have a, like, local artists thing I can enter for free. I haven't really entered anything that I've had to pay for, but I need to make some art for that, and, like, Patreon knows, because I still can't come up with names for my art at the moment to post them publicly, but Patreon knows about the art I've been doing, which is on paper, you know, paper-based works at the moment, but that's hard to hang in a gallery, because I need to put it in a frame or something that they can just hang up, because they need to be hang-ready, and, you know, how do you hang paper without damaging it unless it's framed? There's a few ways, but yeah, I don't know if that would fly. So I'm thinking I need to do something on canvas or canvas board. Frame shopping, yeah, I mean, there's some of the, like, good art framers are having Black Friday sales at the moment, but you should see the prices of these things. Holy shit. I'm just like, I cannot afford it. I think it's like $100 for an A4 or A3. I can't even remember. I'm just like, no. And I do have some other things I need to frame. Yeah, I know, right? Like, I've got other artists' stuff that I haven't framed yet and I want to get framed. And I'm sort of like, oh, because, you know, when I got a really big artwork out in the hall, the one of my, like, depressed blue face, and that cost a chunk of money to get framed, but to get lots of things framed, I mean, I could just go up to the $2 shop and get a cheapo A4 frame and just take the crappy plastic glass out, but yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking I should just pause my current series of work and then work on a canvas-based one or a wood panel-based one. And then all I need to do is just put D-rings in the back, and then they can just whack them on the wall and you're done. And then maybe I could sell it to someone, like, I don't know. And then go to the opening night all dressed up. I should dress up more, otherwise all my makeup's gonna go off because it's been like a year. I told you I got to level 3 of Mecha, right? I told you that. That's embarrassing. I also corrupted one of my friends. I took her there the other day, and yeah, and because it's like the holiday season, she got her thing in like a box, a gift box with the whole bag and all that. And yeah, we had a bit of fun spraying all the perfume on us. Yeah. I know, it's terrible, but I did it just in time before the cutoff, because like it's like your year's worth of spending, and so I waited until like the last minute before it would reset like what I bought last year and take that out of it. So I just made it. So even if I don't spend the required amount, I still get level 3 bonuses for the next year. So I'm like maximizing it, because there's a few things I still like there, especially the perfumes, which are really expensive, like the By the Fireplace. Once I run out of the little one, girl math, yeah. Once I run out of the little By the Fireplace, I think I will buy a big bottle of it. I did put some on today, but I also put on a bunch of Tragic Beautiful stuff that I think I put more of that on and it's kind of overwhelmed it. Yeah, I put on like all that perfumey stuff because I knew I would be upset today with Hope's anniversary, and so it's given me something to, you know, some of the other ones don't last all day, but these ones do, the Tragic Beautiful ones. Holy shit, I just wish they made a fireplace one. That would be amazing. I'm waiting for their Black Friday sale because there are a few things I've got my eye on, and that's how you should do sales, right? Buy things you actually were going to buy anyway, just cheaper. Yeah, anyway, Rainbow Death Ray, what was I talking about? Oh, man. Was I going in a direction, or was I done with that train of thought? Anyway. Oh, the merch. Let's look at some more merch. So, obviously, this t-shirt, I have released a few other things onto my website, but let me just get my pile of stuff. Oh, while I have the chance. Oh, are we already giving the game away? Are we already giving the game away? So, let me just move these. Triton is definitely going to. The thing is, I've got to go back to the manufacturer and just ask them some questions, because I got some stuff printed in America, because I guess they didn't have the things in stock in Australia. Yeah, well, so the ones on the website, new ones, you can get this, and like you can see my photo. I took those photos for Patreon, and then I was going to make like dress up and do nicer photos, but I realized I was, you know, after all this work, my body was like, no, you have overdone it. You've been a perfectionist again, and you're about to burn out hard. Fucking stop. And so I was just like, shit, I'll just use the Patreon photos. And luckily I did take them all like in the same basic position. So cool. I should have been a bit more consistent with my arms, but who cares? Anyway, so there's also like, so this version is like the black and the colors printed on white. The white is all deleted. And so this is the most comfortable one if you don't like the feeling of prints. And also this is the one I recommend, although I did just receive the American one, and so this is this version in white, and this is the version in ash, and I quite like that one as well. yeah, the color ash. So if you don't like complete white, I haven't tried it on, but it already, like, you know, it seems nice and the quality is really good. Yeah. I was gonna take photos of the new stuff that I got it literally arrived this morning. Yeah. It also has a bit more of a, like, texture instead of being, can you see, like, a bit of the texture in it? Instead of being, like, pure white or pure grey, it has, I think they call it heathering. I don't know. I don't know a lot about fabric stuff, but I thought, like, you know, for fade, it's kind of a fun, yeah, it's kind of a fun one to do. So that's why I got an extra one of this version. But yeah, and so I also, because the artwork is kind of white, if you want to go with the theme of fade, I would recommend this. Where is fuchsia? I don't have fuchsia, but I will show you some stuff. Anyway, I'm just gonna try and keep them all, like, reasonably organized. So anyway, then there's this one, which is the artwork. This is fade. So that was fade to white. Fade to white. This is just called fade, and it's just the artwork as is, and it's printed on. Now, it does, you can feel the print more on that, so if you don't like it. But if you want weird colors, mad simple. The only thing is, this is printed in Australia, so maybe the American ones would be better, but there is the slightest tinge of blue. And I mean, I don't know, I haven't washed it, so I don't know if that's going to stay there or if it's going to come out. But I'm sure when I did the Truth and got the green shirt, it wasn't like that. So, you know, these are just sort of a fun, more experimental one. If you don't mind it having a bit of a tinge of color, possibly, depending on where you are in the world, go for it. But it's just there because I thought it would be fun, and I wanted different colors of shirt for myself, because I, like, this stuff that I make it because I want it. And then I've done a few extra ones. I don't autograph them because they're made by not me. I just did the designs and then they're printed elsewhere. This is the black one. So the black is deleted, and, you know, like, it makes it look more faded in a way because the white is printed on there and it's a little bit over the top in some areas. But, you know, if you prefer the black shirt, you have a black shirt option. I still recommend the white, and also the print you can feel a little bit more. Like, it's not terrible, but if that bothers you, that is a thing. That's just, they have to do that to be able to print on a dark shirt. So, yeah. But, you know, moody, fun. Okay. Those are all the fade things. But I also went back and I made my ace shirts. Finally. For my debut EP, Asexuality. Except I changed Asexuality to DestroyerMariko, or DestroyerMariko if you prefer. Because I don't want to walk around with a shirt that says Asexuality. I don't want to have that conversation. Because, like, the whole thing about that EP that I mentioned earlier is, like, it's not meant to mention asexuality, except in the title. And, you know, because you should see the inside of some ace groups, or at least back when I was looking in them, and they talk so much about what I don't want to talk about, which I actually have a song, Comrades, is about that. Comrades? Fuck, I don't even know how to say it anymore. Yeah, so it's got that. Very vague and obscure, but I finally did them. And the black one is nice and moody, and it's got a big black patch in there, so, you know, you do feel the print here, but it's less intense than, like, the other ones where it's, like, fully printed. And yeah, the black is definitely the most moody one, so fun. If you like black shirts, this is a fun one. Like, for fade, I definitely think white is the better one, but this is fun. Now, I also got, similar to fade, that was like debut EP dark. So there's fade to white, fade to black, and then debut EP dark. This is just debut EP with the artwork just printed on there, and it's fine. On the grey, there's no tinge, so maybe it's just a thing with coloured shirts, or maybe I just got unlucky with a batch of, I don't know. Yeah, so it looks good, and that's the most accurate one to the artwork, I guess. maybe. Cool, fun. And now I have a grey shirt, yay! Because sometimes I'm not wearing black, and especially with summer, black is a bit too much. And then there's also a white version, which is also nice, and yeah, it feels pretty nice. But they're big black printed bit, but the white has been deleted, and this one is also good, you know, very close to what it was going to look like. Now, if you notice with the other one, because there's a white box around it, but there isn't on this one, and so I actually moved the graphics slightly up to delete that white space so that it doesn't look too low. Now, the one side effect is if you go and have a look at my website photos, which I'm surprised no one on Patreon mentioned this, but it makes the hands kind of sit on my boobs. And I wonder if that's, last I checked, YouTube hadn't approved them, and I'm not sure if that's because it was just taking time to process, or if it's because they didn't like the hands being on my boobs. Like, would they pay attention to that amount of detail? I'm not sure. Let me have a look at shopping. Have they approved them? View shop. Oh, shit. No, that's not what I meant. Oh, I don't even know how to check which ones they've approved now. Is it like debut, EP, debut EP light maybe? Or is it debut EP white? Oh no, some have been approved and some haven't, so maybe it's just taking time to process. I think it would have been funny if they didn't approve it because they didn't like the hands being over where my boobs are. Which is kind of ironic given it's meant to be asexuality, but hey, it's, you know, it's a thing now. And I have the shirt, and I have more white shirts to wear now. Did I scrunch it a little bit? That's alright. But yeah, fun. So I finally got those are the new shirts that I finally got done. Now, because it's a new company, I also got reprints of the old shirts, but I took the coloured ones off for now. I mean, maybe when I wash it, it'll be fine, but the red one, you can't really see it on the camera, but it actually does have a noticeable red tinge. Like, the white looks kind of pinky, and even the red, even the black, you can see red coming through, so I'm like, I'm not going to sell these. They don't look what I want them to look, so I need to go back to the manufacturer, ask them about that, and yeah, I don't know. And then I've also got to wash it and see if that fixes it. But if they look this bad, I'm not going to release them. Like, maybe if you bought them in America, because the American printer seems to be really good, maybe it would be fine. But I don't want my fellow Aussies to buy this, and it's like, the fuck went on there? Like, it looks fine, I guess. I'm just personally not that happy. So, no more rainbow colours of the truth. But you can still get the white one, because it looks fine. The only thing is, the purple looked nicer with the old manufacturer. So I might ask them about that as well. It looks a little bit faded on this one. But if you want to get one of, like, the truth in this style, so this is the white one, you can see, like, I changed a few things, because I couldn't put my regular DestroyerMariko logo, because the Mariko part, I don't even know how to say my own name. The Nicole part is white, and so it wouldn't stand out on a white shirt, and I'd have to put stuff around it to make it happen, and I'm just like, not. So it's just got my handle at DestroyerMariko. But if you want one like this version, I've just got from America. There's a separate one, the Lilac edition. Look at that! It's not fuchsia, but it looks nice, and the purples look a lot nicer on this as well. And I mean, this was printed in America, but I don't know, maybe the pink shirt added it to it. I like that. That is fun. So I recommend that one, the Lilac edition, the girly version. Let's do it, guys. Okay, and then there's the white one, and then the black one. The black one came out fine. There's a few minor differences that I notice, but for the most part it's fine. Happy for you to buy that still, so that's on the website. Looks basically the same as the original version, just some very minor details. Anyway, and then I also got me shirt. Now, interestingly, compared to the original print, these ones, like the print itself is bigger. It's just the color is not as nice. Like, it reminds me of when, you know, I did the comparison Essie merch. I made a video. Essie merch, the unisex versus the women's one, and it makes me think, like, it actually, I put it next to the women's one, and it looks the same, as opposed to the unisex one, which was nicer. So, yeah. I mean, it's still there. You can still buy it. It's still fine. I sometimes wear the women's one. It's just not as good as it could be, so I'm going to ask them about that too, because I also got tank tops. And so the one that you see on the website with me wearing it is the small size, but it's actually a bit big. And so I'm a bit reluctant to wear it out because, you know, if I bend over, it might be a bit awkward. But yeah, no, and like it has the same color problem. These were both printed in Australia. But today, if I can find it somewhere under this pile of, where did I put it? Or is it under here? Or did I drop it? Oh, I dropped it there. Today, with the American stuff, I got the extra small, which I think will be a better size for me. I haven't tried it on yet. But the red is so much nicer. So, like, the American producers know what they're doing. If you're in Australia, I'd maybe wait to buy these. But, like, to compare it, even in this camera, I think you can see the red is stronger on this one as opposed to that one. Yeah, the camera doesn't show it as much as in real life, but it's a thing. It is definitely a thing. So, yeah, if you're in America, go ahead and buy these. If you're in Australia, maybe wait until I find out. Mary, no one calls me Mary. My Japanese family called me, like, Marianne-chan, because, I don't know, and then, yeah, like, it's weird, even the Japanese don't call me, my Japanese family don't call me, no one's called me Coco either. I think, like, I did have, like, Mikochu at one point in school, and, what else? I don't know. I've had Morocco, I've had Marie Claire. There's, like, that whole Nicole video. I'm sure you've watched the Nicole video. I'm pretty sure I went through the main variations. Anyway, so I'm looking forward to trying on the tank top, and once I do, I'm going to post a new photo, and I will also do, like, the small versus extra small and put my measurements up so that you can see the difference, and then hopefully that helps people with sizing the tank tops. But yeah, it's almost summer, so yeah, Mari-chan, Mariko-chan, Mari-chan, Mai-chan, March. That's the evolution of my name, and now I'm just a month. So that's all the t-shirts, but wait, there's more. One thing I'm not releasing at this point in time, I'll show you now. I made a mug, but you can see it's kind of dark, and that is not what the preview looked like. Like, the preview, the red looked like the handle and all that. So I'm not releasing that one, which is, I mean, it's possible, but I'm not happy to release that as something that other people are gonna buy. So, yay, I have a mug for myself, but I'm not putting that live. But the things that I am putting live, that just came today, that was printed in Australia. These are printed in America. First up, where is it? Where is it? I just did such a build-up and now I can't find it. Finally got myself a mouse mat, because, like, the bottom of my mouse is disgusting. And I made them, and you can buy that now. It's on there now. Yay! Yay, mouse mat. Anyway, and it sticks to my desk really nicely. I just need to make more space to actually be able to put it somewhere, because I've got all this junk, and, like, the way this desk is designed is strange. Anyway, so, and that actually, like, I am happy with the amount of red on that. You know, like, this is a hard graphic to print. I will give the printers that. It just, like, the mug was a lot darker than it should be, and this is much more accurate to, you know, what I would expect from the printer. You know, it's not the most vibrant red, but it's not meant to be. So, yeah, mouse mat! But no, wait! Before you get excited, I'm not going to be able to show this full thing on camera. I also, did you look in the Patreon chat because I mentioned it this morning when it came. Anyway, hang on, let me just get into position. Do you want to, like, drum roll? Da-na-na-na, na, na-na-na-na, na, na-na-na, na, na-na-na-na, na-na-na, na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, na-na-na. Where are we? Na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Am I gonna get copyrighted from Disney? For my terrible rendition. I got myself a blanket, and I got the big version. So there's 2 versions you can buy, and I got the big version, and the red is nice. Like, I was really worried after I got the mug, but it's actually nice. And I think this print is actually bigger than the original print that I got done way back when I first made the artwork. And it's now on a blanket, and it's soft and kind of silky, and it's the wrong season for it in Australia, but I'm like, oh, I've been wanting this for ages. Very cozy. I've been wanting this for ages, and yeah, now I got it. And so it's got DestroyerMariko up there, and then down the bottom, to create you must destroy. And yeah, Patreon chat helped me with some of the, you know, what colors do I make things, especially for this one. You know, I changed which ones were red and white between that and this for, like, balance and contrast and, you know, emphasizing what do I want to emphasize. But yeah, Patreon chat's fun. Anyway, so I've got my own blanket now, because I do have, like, these nice, I don't know if you've seen the green one that I've got there, and it's like a Sherpa blanket or something. And, like, it's fine, it's just that green one with the deers is the closest I could get to one that I like, because of course they don't make goth designs. So now I have my own design with a cozy sort of thing, and yeah, all my stuff is gonna end up being my own designs. Like, why buy anything else at this point? I can make my own stuff, and then if anyone else wants to buy it, the only thing is, like, I don't know how much it was, because to get samples I had to pay in US dollars, so I don't know what that is in Aussie dollars, and then the shipping fee was a bit understandably, but yeah, so this was, like, the priciest thing in the whole sample order, and I'm a bit scared to try and look up how much it was, but the US dollars come from Patreon, and so without Patreon I probably wouldn't have been able to do this, because I just wouldn't have the US dollars for it, and, you know, Australian money is rather weak, you know, kangaroo dollars. So yeah, thank you to my Patreon cult. That's how I got this. And how I keep my website running. That's where your money is going to at the moment. Which is, yeah, I'm really happy with this. So if anyone else wants to get one, they do have a smaller one that doesn't cost as much. And it looks, from memory, the measurements are still quite big. Maybe it's about half the size, actually. I can't even remember. Look at the website, figure it out. But yeah, maybe this one is a little bit too big, because it's, like, massive and I can't even hold it up to see it all. So if you want to see more of the artwork, the smaller one might actually be better. But I just thought this is fucking hilarious, and I love it. So yeah, that's all the merch. That's all the... Yeah, I mean, if you buy stuff, they do give me a little bit of money, which is nice. And yeah... Was that everything I meant to cover in this video? Fade, launch, and listening party, plus new merch. Yeah, I think we've covered the main stuff. So, we have some time, maybe about 10 minutes actually, before I have to, you know, send the little one to bed. He's got a big day tomorrow. I didn't sing? Oh, do you want me to do the singing? I think Mikey will have gone to bed, but, do you want me to sing along? I guess Mad Simple wants me to. So I have the instrumental version. Now, with this, if you want me to sing it, I can't run it through the desktop audio because it'll put my microphone out of sync. So I have to send it through the speakers. But I think I made it loud enough that it'll work. And I just need to turn off the desktop audio so you don't get... And dance. I'm sitting down. I don't know that I can do both of them. And also I might get a bit hot, so maybe I'll just move this over back to the bed. Oh, it looks so nice and silky. Okay, so shall we end this with me doing like a performance, or attempting to do a performance? I don't know what state my voice is in after talking for more than an hour. But yeah, anyway, like, before we get to that, I guess, like, thank you to everyone supporting me and being super patient, because I don't release music that often, although I've worked out, I think I release music roughly every 2 years. I mean, so Rainbow Death Ray, I'm counting other projects. Rainbow Death Ray was 2015, and then I was depressed for a while. So then the next release, my debut EP, solo EP, was 2018. And then 2020 was AD Destroyer. And then 2022 was The Truth. And then 2024 is Fade. So actually, I'm managing to keep a 2-year schedule. So you just have to wait another 2 years maybe for me to release stuff. But if I do another release, I think what I need to do is just get everything ready and then announce a date. Rather than what I've done now, which is have a date in mind and be like, shit, I should get something together. Which, having a date, like a deadline, it does help me get stuff done. But... you know, my body, I am paying for it. I can feel my immune system is just like, no, because I get like mouth ulcers and so on. Yeah, I can feel, and you know, I haven't been sleeping great because I have to stay up late to try and finish things or finish a thought. And then I have to get up early for the dog. And it's just like, oh my God. Yeah, my body is struggling. So I'm actually looking forward to this being over so I can just recover, because like the song says, to recover. But yeah, because I'm just, I don't know, like I don't have the energy that I used to have, and I need, you know, I worked out with my psychologist, I probably need like 9 hours of sleep, which I don't get around here. And that's why I need a nap, and I haven't been able to nap, because if I nap, then I don't have time to do this stuff, but then I had to nap because I was burning out. So yeah, next time I release music, I need to have things prepared ahead of time, and, I'm just delaying a little bit because I can hear someone walking around, and if I start screaming, they're gonna be like, meh, 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 don't wake up Mikey, even though Mikey sleeps through everything. Unless I try and growl quietly, but it's gonna suck. I can't open the door to check, because otherwise Triton will be like, what's going on now? And I need to not pause making noises for too long, because otherwise Triton will react to that as well. Yeah, no, someone's still walking around. So I don't know if I can whisper growl. Like fry scream. It sounds... Yeah, no, I've just got to give it a moment. I should have done it earlier. You should have reminded me earlier. I don't know that I can do it now. Maybe I need to do that as a separate thing. Like, you know, maybe next live stream I can do a bit of a performance. And that gives you something to look forward to, right? Just, yeah, I feel like I'm gonna... Oh my God. Can you see? I don't think you can see. Let me just see if I can... I didn't turn on my other light, but... Yeah, I'm being watched. He's already waiting. Oh, yeah, no, with the other merch, like the pink shirt and the extra small tank top and whatever else. Oh, the ash-colored fade. I didn't take photos of them this morning, in part because too much of a rush, but also because I had been crying. And I'm like, I'm in no state to... These photos will look terrible if I try and take them now. So, yeah. Also, I can feel my voice is struggling. So tune in next week for the season finale. Well, no, it's Fade. Because, like, last week we did the announcement live stream, which was mostly just me, and then you all showed up at the end just as I finished. This week, the actual launch, and then next week, maybe not on a Saturday, though. Unless Saturday is good for you guys. Is this time, I mean, I guess if you showed up at this time, it's probably good for you, and the people who didn't show up are like, no, put it in on a different day. Yeah, I don't know what day. I guess I've also got to look at my diary and, like, what shenanigans am I even up to this week? I think actually I'm recording something with one of my guitarists. The main guitarist. We got to record stuff and just hang out and catch up. And then I've got another thing. And then, we could do Saturday. We could do a different day. I don't know. Think about it. Leave me feedback if you're watching this on the replay. Write it in the comments what day you prefer. I guess I could do a poll. Anyway, at some point we'll do another live stream and then ask me to do the performance. And hopefully I'll have things set up because I made it loud enough that it would work. Oh, but also, I'll just edit together the clips that I did testing it and Patreon will get a preview. How about that? Is that enough to keep you going for the moment if I just put together the preview? Now, it's not the whole song, but there are a few different takes and you'll get the vibe of what it'll sound like. So if you're on my Patreon, in my cult, I can show you a bit of a preview. But yeah, otherwise, I suppose we'll do another live stream at some point. I'll see how I go this week. I don't know. Yeah, preview! No, preview! I don't know what am I referencing? I don't even know. Yes. So, I don't know, I guess to finish off, like, what's happening on my channel. Well, so after this, tomorrow, I've got Triton things to attend to, and then I've got a couple things next week, but in the days off, I can just relax. I could make YouTube videos, but is that relaxing? I guess it depends on how I'm feeling that day. Maybe I'll do some art. I've got some books. Did I show you the book last time? I think I did, and it's like hilarious that I had to buy it. I couldn't not buy it. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see how we go. But if I don't manage to... I definitely won't manage to make many YouTube videos. So I guess we should live stream. And maybe we'll make it a Saturday or maybe Friday. Because I feel like Saturday I might need to get to bed on time. And sometimes it's hard to decompress after I've done these things. I'll think about it. And I'll try and schedule it ahead of time. Schedule? Should I speak like an American or Aussie? Anyway, I'll try and give you a heads up. But otherwise, if you're in my Patreon cult, check the group chat, because that's where I put, like, my more impulsive stuff. I'm like, guys, I'm gonna live stream later today, and if you miss it, you're the only ones who ever knew, and I'll just talk to myself. Yeah. So either Friday or Saturday, probably. Although, Anyway. Do you want me to get the dog to have a word and have his input as we leave? I just don't want him to go for Hope. Maybe I'll just move Hope a little bit over there. And then, yeah, I'm going to do the candle after he goes to bed. And also, like, my godmother gave me a scented candle after things last year. So I will light that and just have my own little... Yeah, you want the puppy? Okay. I'll turn on the light so you can see him a bit better. Where is it? Did you... Oh, Mad Simple, yeah, telling me that Dexter, they're making more Dexter. I'm just like... I mean, I watched the interview with the main actor, what's his name, Michael C. Hall, and, you know, that made me a bit more open to it, but I also feel like they've just paid him so much money, because I remember him wanting to get away from Dexter, but, you know, I guess they've decided it's profitable, even though they keep fucking up the finales. However many finales there've been now. Oh my gosh. Have you noticed me? I think he's noticed me. But yeah, so I don't know if I'm going to watch Dexter, but I don't have the right streaming service, so I would have to wait for it to come out on DVD, and I might wait for people to give reviews before I... Although it's hard to get reviews without spoilers. But yeah, I don't know. If any of you watch it, tell me if it's any good and whether I should. Like, actually, YouTube is how I found out about Fight Club, and you guys, well, I think Paper Vampire might be the only one from back then, but all my viewers at the time were really good at not telling me why I should watch Fight Club, knowing that I'm into dualities and stuff and the twist in it, and I'm just like, that is probably one of my favorite YouTube moments, is my audience getting me to watch Fight Club and not spoiling it. That was amazing. Oh, all this. Alright, maybe I will just prompt him. Hey! Hey! Oh my goodness. Ready? Now that you're here, I can turn that. Hey, you, come here. Yes! Good boy! Good boy, Fluffy, baby! He's so fluffy. I'm waiting for him to shed. That's gonna be interesting, isn't it? Yes! Ready? Maybe I will turn this on. And don't talk about Fight Club. I actually had a Facebook post taken down because I talked about Fight Club, although they said that I was, like, doing fraud. Oh! You're so cute! Oh my goodness! Yeah? Ready? Jordan! Good boy! He can put his hands together now. I don't know how much that showed. Yeah? Okay, and hop up. Ready? Kiss. Good boy. Yeah. And chin. Good boy. Alright, you ready? Alright, bye. I will just, like, put the end screen, play some fade, and, yeah, I'm just gonna turn this down. Hang on. And, yeah. I'm just gonna fade it out, though, because I need to tend to him. But thanks for hanging out with me while we do the listening